What's up? We are live. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning into yet another Money Monday. We have our special guest here, Josh. Hello, Josh.
Hi, how are you doing today?
We're doing great. I am
Awesome.
trying to get myself together after not having the proper time to load up and reset everything.
Oh yeah.
My MacBook was not playing today. But thanks for joining us for another special Money Monday. We're ending July strong.
Oh well, and thanks for having me. And
Oh, man.
congratulations on the 900 subscribers. I think you're like at 914 now.
Oh my
Oh
God, man,
yeah.
I haven't even
So
checked it today. So, first of all, congrats to you on having 2,000 subscribers.
oh well,
Your
thank you.
birthday. I'm trying to be like you one day, Josh.
Oh well, just small gradual steps and the consistency. So that's awesome.
Thank you so much for that. Thanks to Dennis for being live in the background for us. As always, I'm just trying to get set up properly. Excuse my hats on top of my lamps. We just had a hurricane pass, so we lifted everything off the floors just in case, and nothing happened. Thank goodness. I'm gonna be grateful for
Well,
that. But
your lamps have style.
yeah, my lamps have style. Hey, everybody. Hopefully, you can see the comments and everything, Josh. Feel free to chime in. Let's see. Hey, Bree. I feel like you were. Let me make sure I log on to the live version because what I found is that I have a delay. So let me go live on silent so I can be in tune to your comments, and that'll make sure that our Jeopardy game is done right today. But while I do that, Josh, can you go ahead and let everyone know where they can find your channel, your info?
Oh, yes. Well, I have a channel, Just Frugal Me. That's the name of the YouTube channel. And I also has a corresponding blog, justfrugalme.com. And a lot of times when people, Rochelle, they think about being frugal, they think about, well, I have to cut this out. I got to forsake myself on this. But on Just Frugal Me, it's saying that if you want to take that vacation, go on vacation. But it's all about planning accordingly for that.
That's
So it's
great.
just get away from that impulse spending and just making sure that you have a plan in place. Because I read where there is no plan that the people will perish. So the whole basis of Just Frugal Me is just that motivation and the inspiration in order for you to make those money smart moves. Growing up, how all of this came about. Growing up, I still always remember when my mom and dad that they would be paying bills. And it seemed like on bill night, it was like, oh my God, like, can we do this, do that? And I was like, well, this is what adulting is. That's not the way. So it's just one of those things just to make sure, because, well, let me back up a little bit. Because in
Okay.
my family, I'm the fifth child. My mom,
Really?
yeah. So my mom, she was a teacher. My dad worked at the mill. So in order to put all of us through college and all of us were able to play instruments, play sports or whatever else that we needed, that my parents, they did very well by us. But just watching them sweat on those bill nights saying, well, how are we going to make this work?
Ooh,
Um, and I didn't want to grow up being stressed out when bills came. One thing that my bills right now, they're all on automatic withdrawal because I make sure that we live within our budget. My wife and I was sharing with Rochelle, is that even here, where we live now, that we're able to survive off of, well, let me not survive. We're able right now to live off of one income.
right.
So,
Comfortably.
in that way, if a hiccup came along the way or something like that, that we will still be okay by not putting all of our eggs in one basket. So I see Rochelle is just going through the Just Frugal Me now, and
I
just
can't take the credit, Josh. That's Dennis in the background.
oh,
I wish I was that good.
oh, well, thank you so much, Dennis. So like even looking on there, it's just different ways that you can save money, make money, enjoying your life on the budget. That you have to enjoy life because we only live one time on this side of the river. So you never want to forsake yourself. So that's pretty much the premises of Just Frugal Me. It's just making sure that you're planning accordingly.
I'm telling you, I don't watch the news. I watch Josh. He'll tell us when we're getting our next stimulus. Okay, y'all, just tune into his channel. He takes all the fluff out of it. If there's any changes in the financial world, you can be sure that Josh is your man. He's going to tell you what's going on in the finance world. That's why I like that you have this theme where you do videos that are like 5 minutes or less. It seems like I'm always able to watch your videos and just drive through them because they're interesting and they're not too long. I love your videos. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I grew up Presbyterian, so we always heard that it don't take all day. So we just like to get right to the point. So,
well, let's dive in. I think hi to everyone. Oh, wow, we've got some new people here. Hi, Keisha. I want to welcome you to our Money Monday. I don't remember your name before. I'm just throwing up some of these comments because everybody already is loving what you have to say on the topic. Bree says she used that stimulus. I wanted to give a special hello to Chi Chi. Everyone, she had her baby. She had a successful delivery of a beautiful baby boy, and she's always my Money Monday watcher. She's always here. I'm just thankful so much for all of you. And I just wanted to say a special congrats. But let's get on with the show. So first up, Josh, let me pull up my questions that I have for you. To stay on task.
But don't hurt me too bad.
I know, right? Some of it I think you've already started to talk about. Now, remember, guys, our topic today is going to be side hustles and passive income. And the reason, Josh, just give us an overview of what the difference is. If I can, just tell us what the difference is between a side hustle and some passive income.
Well, the way I see it is, well, first, I'm not a financial expert. So
let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but whenever you have a side hustle, that's things that you can do on the side that will bring in that money. Like side hustle could be something like Uber or going out and just, if you need money fast, that side hustle is there. I guess that's where they get the word hustle. You got to hustle to get that money.
Exactly.
Where you also have the passive income, in which is one of my favorite, because one of the things, Rochelle, that I really like doing every single morning when I wake up is checking my banking account and seeing how much more money got added to my account, even if it's 25 cents. I'm like, yes, I would wake up and nudge my wife and like, oh, baby, we made 30 cents this morning. I mean, just knowing that your head can be rested on your pillow and money is still coming in. And there are ways that you can do that as well. So
I'm excited. I just love it. Comment below if you guys also love that same feeling that Josh just expressed. If you guys love waking up to more money in your bank account, making money while you sleep, then stay tuned because here's all you need to know to get started, okay? So first up, Josh, here's my first question for you. Why do you think people should diversify their income?
Well, first, it's great to have multiple streams of income. And a lot of people found that out recently with the recent pandemic that happened, that the 9-to-5 isn't always the most stable and secure thing anymore. Like, I felt like years ago that if you were a teacher or if you had an executive position, that your job was safe. But right now, no one is safe. And it's one like the old sayings said that you can tell who's been skinny dipping whenever the tide goes out. A lot of people can sit there and fake it, but whenever a tragedy happens or a job loss or a sickness comes, and that's whenever foreclosure signs start going up. And the sad thing is that if you ride down your street right now, 8 out of 10 houses are struggling to make ends meet. And that's a lot of people out there that's just trying to get by. So it's important for us to diversify our income in that way that we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. So if you drop that basket, you have something else to carry you along the way. And because having one job, Rochelle, I mean, that's a risky thing. Because it's okay, just say that if you have a supervisor, I know everybody can think about that one person. If that one person have a bad day, with a sign of a pen or a click of a mouse, that your job can be terminated just like that. And that's too much power that you can give to one person. So that's why I feel that it's great to diversify your income. Just say if Miss Sally on the job is not acting right today and she cut you loose, you still have other things that will keep you afloat,
No problem.
because nobody will ever, well, hopefully not, that nobody will really, I hope that no one will ever get into an ocean whenever the ship is going down, only with one little life floaty thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but you want to make sure that you are protected all the way around. So it's good to have those multiple streams coming in.
Woo!
Yeah.
And how about that? What Bree just said, 66 teachers were just cut today. And that's what you were just talking about. That's what you guys, a 9 to 5 is no longer safe. We cannot rely on these large companies to dictate our future and dictate our financial independence or financial success. So, or demise. So I think that that's why this topic speaks to me on a special level, because it's something that I'm striving to do better and to do more in. But we want to make our strikes count. We want to make sure that we're going about this in a way that where we're not spending money. That whole thing, you got to spend money to make money. That's that could, if it's not making you money, then why are we doing it? Yeah. So I appreciate you for talking about that, diversifying your income.
Yeah, you can't spend money all the time to make money. I know there's some instances where you might have to pay for training or something like that. Right. But whenever I go to work, whenever I sat down on my interview, I didn't say, okay, I really want this job. Here go $2,000. Help me out. So you do have a lot of even passive income ways like investing, and also side hustles that you can start a business today, Rochelle, and still not spend one penny in order to start your business online. The only thing you really need a lot of times is a good Wi-Fi connection and a computer. And sometimes even if you don't have your computer, you can do work on your phone. So.
Let's jump in. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm holding Josh up from telling us some of these different ways. Okay, so what are some ideas for side hustles if I don't have a lot of time?
Well, one of my favorites is drop shipping. And
I'm so new to this, so please dive in. Okay. I saw your video on drop, and just don't give us too much, Josh, because they need to tune into your videos to see the rest. But.
Okay, yeah, head over there and I'll tell you all about drop shipping. But the thing is, with drop shipping, whenever you go out to just say Target or Walmart or any store out there, let me just use Walmart for an example. If I go to Walmart and I purchase a television, they're not having some person in the back with a hammer and chiseling out your television. Right. They get that stuff from a supplier. So when you go to Walmart, a lot of times Walmart is serving as that middleman in order for you to get that television. So if you go on eBay or Amazon, a lot of those products that you see out there, a lot of them honestly are coming from drop shipping. And drop shipping, and I'm just putting a teaser out here, drop shipping is essentially you're serving as the middleman. So you will set up your online store, and if just say my supplier is Walmart, you can copy a picture today from eBay, Google that picture and see where else it will pop up. And I can guarantee you that a lot of that stuff out there is coming from a place like Walmart or Target. It can be on, just for simple terms here, if you're selling something on eBay for $100, I might have just purchased it from Walmart for $80. So that $20 there, that's what I keep as the profit. And a few months ago, I was doing some drop shipping, and I made in a week probably just over north of about $1,500. And that only required less than an hour a day of my time. And after I put that video out, it's about 2 weeks ago, someone commented on my video, and the video is over at Just Frugal Me. Make sure you go and check that out. But somebody, you can tell in their writing that they had some doubt in there. However, they said, wow, I just went through the steps that you did, and I made $40 within 25 minutes.
Okay.
$40. Yeah. So that's one of my favorite things that you can do, because it's not very time consuming. The only thing you do is go back, take a picture of the stuff, put it out put it over on just say Amazon or eBay. Someone order from you, and the thing with drop shipping is that you don't have to physically hold on to those products at all. That when somebody purchases it from you for $100 on eBay, the $100 will go to your PayPal account. Then I will take my PayPal account, go over to Walmart and pay for it, and I keep that $20. Then I will ship that off to them as a gift. And also network marketing. That's a network marketing is that you buy things. You find other people who will buy that as well, and you get a percentage of what you purchase and also what that person purchased. And something like that is that's not spending a lot of your time at all. Just say if you need soap for the house or washing detergent, all of those type of things, consumables that you need every single day, you can just go on and start factoring that in. You find some other people who do that, and they start doing that, and they find more people. And Rochelle, not only do you get a percentage of that person, but you get a percentage of that person's person and that person. And that's what you're talking about, passive income. After a while, you're making thousands of dollars just because what people actually need. And another one, and I'm excited here. So if
that's okay.
Tell me over my time, but freelancing as well. Freelancing, especially if you have talents already, you can capitalize on those talents. I'm a musician. I play the piano. I went to school. I majored in music, and I know there has been people all the time asking me to write them songs, to write them jingles. Just to do little things like that. But you don't even have to be talented in order to freelance, because there are a lot of companies out there too that's looking for people to transcribe stuff like from English to Chinese. And yes, I do that. However, I don't speak Chinese. But the thing is, you can take a document from that company and you go and put that in Google Translate. And I know some people say, well, that's not 100% accuracy. However, I would take 95% any day. All right.
That is genius, Josh. My mind is blown, y'all.
Yeah. So, and some people say, well, why don't the companies actually just do that and eliminate that? Because the thing is, they don't know. I mean, there's many things that we don't know. And if I wanted to get something translated right now, 9 times out of 10, the person will not sit there and read every word and translate that every single word. But what they would do is put it into some type of software, spit it back out into your language and send it out. So you just have to be creative in different ways. That doesn't take a lot of your time at all, just to do stuff like network marketing or drop shipping or freelancing or translation, and just take your creative genes. I was kind of reading the comments.
I know it's so hard for me. So what I say to people because I knew you were going to have all these comments, so what you guys are going to have to do is, if you guys have more questions about any of the things that Josh is talking about, you guys are going to have to take that action over to Josh's channel and spend time watching his videos, because one thing that Josh does is really good about is when he talks about a subject, like take drop shipping, for example, his drop shipping video, like he doesn't just give you the parts that you want to hear. He gives you the full picture of what your experience would be like with a certain topic or with a certain side hustle or income. So if you guys have any questions, please get with Josh on his channel, because there's plenty of, oh, look at this. Then it says another video. See, this is another thing we're about to dive into, is this passive income. He talks about a lot of different things, guys. Asia's right. He's so detailed. Like, you just have to get creative and find ways, because remember, there's always a bigger company that's, 10 times the size of you, just your one human, that's doing these things. We just have to find a way to get creative and do these same things so we can make just a fraction of the money that they're bringing in. I mean, you're talking about Walmart, Target. These are huge empire businesses. But why can't we do the same thing on a much smaller scale and make ourselves, put ourselves in the driving seat, so to speak? So I appreciate. Oh, you just got a subscriber, Josh.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's keep on rolling. Now, here's a question that I had personally. I made this totally about me, and hopefully someone else can relate. How can I be successful with side hustles if I have children with me in my free time?
All right. So I have two daughters, Lizzie and Jessie, and starting a YouTube channel and a blog, and doing drop shipping and everything else that I, dabble into a little bit. I use this as a teacher moment for my daughters. Like I teach my daughters to trade. My daughters now, they have their own YouTube channel. They do their own editing. They write their own scripts, and and they capitalize off of that. Even with my
channel too for Eva. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, yeah. So that's the Lizzie and Jessie show, and you can see some of their things. Their show is about if you like fun challenges and cool videos. So they do a lot of challenges there. But they edit their own videos. They come up with their own scripts, I believe I said. And the cool thing is with my daughters, they even we just got them a little puppy. His name is Max. So what they decided to do on their YouTube channel is they went out and purchased little puppies over from AliExpress, and even on their YouTube channel now they promote, if you need a Max puppy, go on and get a Max puppy. So not only that, my kids are also selling on doing the drop shipping and selling on eBay. They have their own eBay store as well. They're 6 and 9 years old, because it's one of those things is if you use this side hustle not as I need to make money, sit in the back seat and get on your thing, but tell your kids why you're doing this, the benefits of this. I had a conversation with my daughter yesterday talking about that. When she get older, I was like, you don't want to sit there and work for somebody else's dream. You want to fulfill your own dream. So what are some of the different things that you can do in order to, so we had that conversation yesterday. But even if you're not talking about the online stuff, even whenever I drove for Uber Eats, I stopped all that right after the pandemic started happening.
Yeah.
There was this one guy coughing and it was horrible. It was beyond coughing in my car. So I stopped doing the Uber side. I'm not saying don't do it, but
with other ways.
With somebody with kids, I was just like, I'm gonna have to stop doing that. But I was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, and my daughter, she was telling me today, she was like, when the next time are we going to go Uber? Because her thing is, it's a learning experience. And I'm like, you work the GPS. When something come in, go on and accept that, pick it up, and every ride that you get, you would get $1 out of that. So that's teaching her to not to depend and rely on other people, but there are other ways that your kids can make money during the process, and you're teaching them. Because it's that old proverb saying that if you teach a man if you give a man to fish, he will eat for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he will eat for a lifetime. So whenever you are side hustling with your kids, have that same mindset that it's more than just me getting mine, but I'm building a dynasty. I'm creating something that's going to last from generation to generation, that I'm leaving legacy for my kids. I'm showing my kids that there is other ways that you can make money other than being out there saying, yes, sir, what else can I do today for you, sir? But there's other ways that you can make money. So I feel that you can be very successful in having a side hustle whenever you have kids in your free time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that comment somewhere. Somebody said free time. I'm like, how can you do this in your free time?
What is free time?
So
kids, what I'm finding is that this is a different type of kid. First of all, this generation of children that are coming up, they're not, content with sitting in that house or going outside to just play. They're interested in learning new things and making, being creative and making money at a younger age than maybe what we did when we were younger. So I'm always looking for new ways to keep Eva engaged and to feed her curiosity, so to speak. So, but I want to do it in a way that's age appropriate and in a way that makes sense so that she gets the point also. So I appreciate hearing all the different opportunities that you're already setting up for your daughters already. That is Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so next question that I have for you is, how can I add to my side hustles while still keeping that work-life balance?
Ooh, that's deep.
Deep.
Well, keeping your priorities in your forefront. That's one of the main things in order to keep that work-life balance. That you have to have your priorities in order. It's one of those things, Rochelle. I want to spend more time with my wife than I do with my boss. Right? So
Nothing.
it's one of those things that if I want that work-life balance, you have to ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Because if you're doing this just because I need to pay my light bill this month, what after your light bill is paid, what's going to motivate you? What's going to inspire you? So it's one of those things is that you got to have that mindset as in, if I can go to work every single day and spend 8 to 10 hours fulfilling and building somebody else's dream, I can at least have 2 hours to build my own dream every day.
That's not too much.
So you have to have that mind. I mean, it's all going back to that mindset in order to keep that work-life balance. Because if you have something to strive for, that your goals should keep you fueled to reach your next level. I mean, you should have like a vision board and say, okay, well, this is what I accomplished this month. This is what I'm going to accomplish this month. Then it's going to go higher and higher. And that way, you never, after you keep setting goals, I believe in short-term goals and also long-term goals.
Yep.
Like the short-term goal is like, what am I going to accomplish this week? I just told my wife yesterday, since being on the pandemic, I put on some weight. So I told her I was going to take off some weight. But it's one of those things like my end goal is that I want to be in the ballpark of about 185 pounds.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
However, I'm not going to say, okay, in 6 months from now, I'm going to be 185 pounds and I'm not doing anything along the way to make sure that I'm headed in the right direction. Right. It's one of those things that if you're going on a trip, you would want to know where you're going, why you're going, when you're coming back, why you like what you need to take to go on that journey. And whenever it comes to your finances and having goals and vision in your own life, you need to have those same mile markers of why you're doing what you're doing. And
what is your why?
Yeah, and that way you know that will help you keep that work-life balance. So it all goes to your mindset and your why. And I also did a video on my why and your why. Yeah, and your why, and that's a powerful word. And my wife cannot stand. She would say something, and I'd be like, "Why?" And she's like, "There you go with that why again." I'm like,
words.
Because why gives you purpose. Your why is your reason for living. And if you're trying to get that side hustle, your why should, if you're really serious, Rochelle, about, or anybody else in the chat, if you're really serious about reaching your next goal and your next potential, you should ask yourself why. Because that why, even whenever things seem dismal, that why is going to be that motivation that push you on. Although I'm tired, but why? Because I want to create a better life for my family. Rochelle, and I saw some other teachers in the house as well.
But I didn't want to bring it up till you did, Josh.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. And I'm not going to say too much because I think a few of the principals, they might be subscribed to the channel. But but it's nothing. My why is my daughters and providing that lifestyle for my family. And if I want, last year I had lunch with my daughters at school. And last year they were in kindergarten and third grade. And just to walk into the building and seeing my kindergartner jumping so much in line because she's happy to see that daddy's here, to the point that her teacher had to say, calm down. But Rochelle, the part that really disturbed me the most is that I had to go to my supervisor to ask for permission to go have lunch with my daughters. That just don't sit right with me, that I have to go ask somebody else to spend time with my daughters. And a few years ago, great guy, principal, he pretty much, my daughter was graduating from pre-K. This was about 5, 6 years ago. And she was graduating from pre-K, and he was like, "No, you can't go. You can't go because it's a critical day." And I said, "Okay." I mean, I couldn't go to her graduation, and I was like, "Okay," and I walked off. But that just didn't sit well with me. So I went back to him and said, "Now I'm here for everybody else's child. Now it's time for me to be there for mine. So if I can't go to my daughter's thing, you just dock my pay for the day because I need to be there for my kid." And that's given too much power for somebody to tell me when I can spend time with my kids. So so that's to go back to the question about a work-life balance. That's one thing to keep my work-life balance because I have my eye on my why. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
because remember, those companies that you work for, unfortunately, we want to think that they care about us personally, but the truth is, the minute we walk out the door, that ad goes up for the next person. That next person slides in. We are so easily replaceable to these companies on paper, and so we have to make sure that we're always addressing our value.
Yeah.
And making sure that we have our priorities straight. We know what's important to us, and we need to make sure that we holding ourselves accountable. Because sometimes we hold back, like you said, and we're like, okay, we want to do the right thing and be the right employee, but that's not always what's best for our family and our circumstance. So we always have to revisit that, guys. Revisit that.
Yeah. So even in my classroom, I give it my all. I mean, with my kids, we have done televised events. We do full-blown productions. Oh, I'm a music teacher, if I didn't tell y'all. We do full-blown productions, televised events. Like the kids receive free piano lessons, free voice lessons. I put my all into it. See? But like what you said though, but the thing is, if I would drop dead today, God forbid, they would have somebody else in my classroom by the end of the day holding on to those kids and have another person that they call teacher in about a week or two.
Even though you were excellent at your job, you gave it 110% still.
Yes. So it's one of those things, although they will just move on. Let me back up a little bit. I actually worked at a school before where a lady passed away. It was during a staff meeting is when we got the time. And this is what really opened my eyes. My blinders came off then. We were in a staff meeting. We got a call that one of the teachers just passed away, that she had a tumor in the brain, that people were all shaken up. They were crying. But the principal at this time said, no, y'all got to stay seated because I really have to get through this presentation because it's required. Then he was like, and they were like, what? And he was like, well, do y'all need some time for this? And they were like, yes. And he was like, you know what? Take 30 minutes. You know what? Better yet, take 15 minutes because I have a lot to get through today. And at that moment, that was my deciding factor that I give my all whenever I'm at work. But I was like, they replaced that lady. Before the first day of school, that was on pre-planning. Before the first day of school, they had a new librarian in place to receive those kids, while that lady's kids were still at home, even being about 8, 9 years later, that lady kids are still sitting there wondering about mom and still carrying that. So if you're trying to do a side hustle, let me bring it back to the side hustle. If you're trying to do a side hustle, let your why be your compass. That's all.
That's it. That is so sad. I'm so sorry to hear about that teacher. And then unfortunately, those life events, I feel like we don't give enough time to heal from those type of events. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But all of these things are just life. They're the unfortunate parts that we have to experience in life. And so one part that we can avoid is financial stress. I am a firm believer. Now that I know better, I'm going to do better, and I'm going to set myself up and my family up to be successfully able to navigate through financial troubles easier, so that I can put my focus on where it really should be, which is my family, our health, our safety, and just being happy and enjoying life too. So I appreciate all the fine points that you are bringing out today, Josh. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm just catching up on the comments. Hey, Tanisha's here. Thank you to the 27 people I'm seeing on my screen right now. Thank you guys for joining in to this. Almost called this a TED Talk by mistake. To this Money Monday. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for joining. Josh is sharing some great tips with us. Those are all the questions that I had for Josh. If you guys have any questions, now is the time. I'll give it about another 10, 15 seconds so you guys can think of some questions. If there's anything that you would like to hear more about, like I said, please feel free to check out Josh's channel. He's really in tune to a lot of the I'm manifesting because I said TED Talk. He's really informative. He's not just, there to just talk about money. He's talking about how you can win with your money and still live a great life on a budget. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's so funny. I have to tell this quick story. My husband, Micah, he hates when I call him frugal. He's sitting here right now laughing. And it's been like a long running joke with us. We've always talked about this for years. And I've come to realize that it's all about perception. And my version of the word frugal, I esteem that. Like I strive to be frugal, but my husband is naturally a saver, naturally just never developed like a love of money or anything. So he's never been big on buying things. And so for him, like when you call him frugal, you're calling him cheap. You're like, you're counting them out. And so like I've learned to be more careful with how I describe people. But then I saw your channel called Just Frugal Me, and I've seen how you've spun that word, and you've really shown different ways of how you can be frugal in your life and actually improve your life. And I think that's what we need to do, guys. We need to make sure that we're making decisions and putting ourselves in position to win with our money in a frugal way, but not where we feel like we're missing out on something and we're having to say no to everything all the time. There's going to be times when we got to say no. We got to make sure our bills are paid, but we need to make sure that we're allowing ourselves to let our hair down, so to speak, and win with our money. You can speak if you have anything to say about that, Josh. That's just something, me personally, that's our history with the word frugal. It would literally start an argument. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Oh, you got questions coming in. Hold on, let me jump over. Okay, so Shelly says, what other side hustles do you know about? I might have missed this. Go ahead, Josh, I'll let you answer.
All right. Other side hustles that I've done. I like to talk from experience. Can everybody hear me okay? Can y'all hear me? Okay, great. I was having some sound issues doing that. So I was resetting stuff at the same time.
We're switching our Wi-Fi too. So I might have gone out because I noticed when Micah came in the room with his device, because he's watching it live, we had a Wi-Fi. So he's jumped on my hotspot since.
I take the credit. Yeah, I take the credit. I kind of hit a cord loose and it wasn't coming back in. Okay. So. But other side hustles that I have done personally, I mentioned the drop shipping, the Fiverr. If you head over to Fiverr.com, there's a lot of different things out there. Even if you have a degree, a college degree, 4-year, you can do things like VIP Kid, and that's just teaching conversational English to kids in China. I did that before. And the cool thing with VIP Kid is there's no planning. You don't have to speak Chinese or anything, that they would give you what to teach. And just say, like, if I was sitting here teaching phone, I would be like, phone, talk on the phone. I mean, it's so much fun. And you're like just teaching simple words and conversational English. Other things that you can do as well. If you have any talents, I know my mom, she has a website. She was a teacher for 40 years. And after that, she was like, what can I do? And I was like, how about sub? And she would about curse me out on that. She was like, it took me 40 years to get out of the classroom. Why do I want to go back in? But like, even now, my mom, she makes like bracelets and jewelry and things like that. So even if you do have that creative side that you can like create jewelry. And I know that with her, she has a website as well where she just sell and she sends stuff down to me and I go back and send There's no plan. Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
yes,
I was
that's
reading.
it's so hard not to read the comments.
But so like even with that, you can use your creative side. In the past, I have given piano lessons. So if you have if you're a pet lover, there's a website called Rover. Go Rover. I talk about it on my website, so just head over there. But it is just pretty much like an Uber for pets, where somebody needs their pet walked or watched, and you just log on and you accept the job, go walk someone's pet, cuddle with somebody's pet. If you like kids, I mean, I know liking spending time with kids is not everyone's forte, but there are a lot of people, especially in this day and age, that are looking for babysitters, looking for someone to stay with their kids while they're at work, since a lot of the schools are shut down. If your mind can conceive it, there's a way out there to make money with it. So like even just say if like this shirt that I have on, I know y'all couldn't see it. It says "Frugal Man," but all of this is nothing but an iron on. So people sell all the time on like just say eBay, Amazon, just different shirts where you can just go over to Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm not sure where everyone is watching, but you can go over to your fabric store and pretty much get those iron-on things. You can just go back and sell those shirts. And I believe, Rochelle, you sell shirts too as well.
I do too. In fact, I'm about to switch over to doing it myself. Y'all pray for me, because I'm tired of the middleman, Teespring, taking a cut. So I'm looking more into just, doing it all myself. But yeah, the guys, he has everything that Josh said. I 100% agree. In fact, speaking of VIP Kid, I know everybody has questions. There's a lot of teachers in this chat, and I'm just starting to realize. VIP Kid, what I have learned, I have so many friends who work for VIP Kid, and my heart wasn't 100% in. I knew I wanted the flexibility and I wanted to try it, especially since I homeschooled my daughter. But I went in, and the first time I applied, I immediately got shut down because I don't have a bachelor's degree. But what I found is that once I went back the second time, I went through the approval process and I listed myself as a referral, and I put the name of the person who was referring me. And make sure you're using a person who has a really good rating, who's doing VIP Kid, by the way. And I was able to get to the next process. Like, I went through my interview. I posted it on YouTube so they could watch it. And the only reason I didn't go forward is because I live in Hawaii, and the time difference, they were like, oh, that's kind of tough to make that work for our students. And I would have to be up like 2 a.m. to teach. And I was the one that backed out. So guys, never let those requirements that they have listed on their main page or whatever deter you. Try again, especially since so much has changed in the world. Mm-hmm. I know my one friend who works with VIP, she went from having hardly any students to too many students because of the pandemic and everyone having their kids at home. So circumstances change, rules change, they go out the window. All of a sudden, they're not so important anymore. Anyway. And make sure that you're coming across in your content that you're providing to these companies. Make sure they get to see the real you, and so that they can see the value in you no matter what. But thank you so much, Josh. I mean, I was going to mention another side hustle that you had talked about, but I just forgot it. It's gone. But tune into Josh's channel if you want more content, if you want more answers to this type of content. There was another question in the comments. That's what I had to scroll back up. You know what the question is, Josh. It's your main. There it is. What am I getting my stimulus? Are you tired of my stimulus yet, or does it still like?
Well, actually, after we get off today, there's new information that popped up on my phone that I'm about to research out. So hopefully that will be coming out soon.
Let you go.
But when will I get my stimulus? The thing is, if you saw the stimulus videos out there, originally I wasn't going to dabble with the stimulus because I was like, yeah, I'm talking about saving money, but it's all things finances. But however, with the stimulus, soon, Congress, hopefully they come up with something soon. They're using this week pretty much to negotiate before they go out on their next break. And I mentioned in the video before, they need to sit those people down and act like if they're back in school, saying that you cannot go out on recess until you take care of your work.
Thank you.
So to make a long story short, now they're talking about another $1,200. Pretty much the same as before. They drug this out so long, and I know it's so frustrating, especially when people are out there hurting, trying to make their ends meet, trying to see how they're going to make. They have more month left at the end of their month, their money, and it's one of those things that's frustrating for a lot of people. However, after all of this time, they can only come up with, let's do what we did before. I mean, they could have said that before. So even on here right now, I'm encouraging people, and on one of my videos, and I forgot which one it is, just watch all of them. But one of the videos, I'm encouraging people to reach out to your congressman and tell them your position, tell them what you're going through, because it was you that sent them to Washington to represent you on, whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry, my mind just went blank. However, they're there to represent you, and if they're there to represent you, and if they're not doing their job, if I'm not doing my job at work, somebody surely tell me, like,
somebody's gonna
you're not holding on. Yeah. So if they're not doing their job and they still think that they can still take a big paycheck and still go on vacation, it's time for citizens to start calling the demanding action, because it's an election year coming up and a lot of them are on the ballot, and they like, okay, my constituents are calling in. Hey, it's time for me to do something. But to answer that question, but to answer the question though is hopefully, and I gotta say hopefully, nothing is official until it's like signed into law. But hopefully that something will be coming in August if they just say, okay, let's just do what we did before. We all agreed on it before. Although I was a very big supporter of the $2,000 a month, not because I like say, okay, that's $2,000 a month coming. But the thing that I have a problem is, y'all, the pandemic is real. And this I'm not going political here, but this is real. And they're saying even now that this week, the $600 a month unemployment extension is being cut off, because they're saying that more people are making more money on unemployment than they are at work. But you got to think, going to work, people are dying. So why is that an issue? And that goes back to why you need a side hustle. Because now you have people out there saying, okay, am I going to go to work and risk dying so I can provide for my family, or if I'm going to have to quit my job?
It's not worth it.
And if I quit my job, so that's what they're really telling people right now. Let's decide on people going back to work, because even in my own family, my wife had an aunt and an uncle, not even married, that both of them passed away, and had some cousins, and my mom's best friend, she's in the hospital right now due to this pandemic that's going on. But still, you have lawmakers trying to choose, saying, well, if this happened, you're not being patriotic. Well, the thing is, put your money where your mouth is.
That's simple.
If you say that American lives and being patriotic is what it is, and that's what matters, who cares if it's $2,000 a month until things get under control?
Because we don't know how much longer this pandemic is going to take. They keep on saying, oh, we've hit the second round of the virus. We don't know that. The numbers have been high for so long. We can't even seriously say like, oh, things are getting better. Mm-hmm. The numbers are dying down, because the numbers aren't. Oh, you just got another subscriber, Josh.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, because Josh is spending his free time. In fact, we're going to let him go soon, because I want you to get that information out timely, so your video, you can have another popping video. But thank you guys. If you guys want to know any more information about all the things that Josh has discussed with us for the last 50 minutes, please tune into his channel. I am so happy that you agreed to join us for a Money Monday. I just threw myself out there. I said, I'm just going to ask Josh. And see what he thinks. But you can feel free to catch up in the comments, guys. Feel free to connect with Josh on Instagram, Just Frugal Me, YouTube, Just Frugal Me. He's very responsive to comments and questions. So thank you, Josh.
Oh, thank you so much.
So
Thank
now
y'all
I
so
gotta
much.
get ready for while you guys feel free to stay on or leave, Josh. It'll just kick you off screen if you leave. No pressure.
Yeah, I'm about to try to get in on this Jeopardy game.
Oh, I know that's right, Josh. Okay, let me get that set up because I sure enough, don't have it on here. So let me share my screen. This is my first. Okay, so guys, Dennis, do you want to explain what we're doing today so that while I load this up? Because what's happening is there's this delay that we have to deal with the questions popping up, and it takes like an extra 3 to 5 seconds. And so if Dennis wants to answer, his answer will naturally show up first because he's inside of StreamYard. And so to try and level that out, I'm going to be in charge of the Jeopardy board, and I'm only going to put the response up after I've noticed it on the live. So hopefully that helps. I'm watching it live. So right now I'm sharing my tab with you guys. I'm going to adjust the teams, and we're going to get started. Okay, so how am I looking? I'll give that time to load up. Thank you guys for all your comments. This is so awesome. I'll have to go back and read all your comments. Oh, you're getting a lot of thank you, Joshes. Oh yeah, you already responded. See, you quicker than me, Josh. Okay, so who was our winner from last week? Dennis, please remember. Micah, please remember. Was it Anna? I feel like I haven't seen Anna. Anna's here. Anna, was it? No, it was Dennis. Dennis was the winner. Duh.
Yeah.
So Dennis, feel free to start us off. Let us know what you want to start with. Hey, Ozella, thanks for joining. Hey, you're just in time for Jeopardy. That's all that matters. Woo, guys, we got 30 people. Wow, I think this is a first. Okay, so notice my categories. Let me sell that while I give the question time to show up. Budget terms, is it in your budget? Fixed or variable expense, meaning you have to choose whether it's a fixed or variable expense, and wants versus needs. So Dennis is going to start us off with the category wants versus needs for 100. Don't forget, guys, answer in the who, what, when format. Otherwise, you don't get the points. So gas for your car, is it a want or is it a need? I'll give it time. Guys, please like this video if you're able to see that on your screen without going away. Oh, the comments are coming in quick and I'm watching it live. Bree said nothing is in her budget, so she's out. Y'all let Dennis get in again. Corinne, do you see that? Do you see your brother knocking you out? You were supposed to be the first one. Be mad at Dennis. Okay, so gas for your car. It's spacebar to reveal, right? Okay. What is a need? Good job, Dennis. You are the first one up on the board. See, now y'all don't have no excuse because Dennis is not in control here. It's me. I'm just going to keep it short by putting Den. And that is for 100 points. Dennis, whenever you're ready, you choose your next response. Oh, I got to put the board up. Okay. Oh, you guys were all right, though. Check out those responses. Oh, I got to catch up in the comments. Coast said on her screen she is. That is too funny. You guys were all right. Need. Okay, Dennis is going for 200. I'm going to get electricity for her car. Yes, Tanisha, with that Tesla. Okay, so Dennis is going for wants versus needs for 200. And he's watching the live chat, guys. So even though he's loaded inside of StreamYard, we are doing Dennis is an honest person. He is watching the live stream. So he's going to see it the same time as you guys. Let me know what you think. Want versus need. Oh, I see Shelly. Oh, I see Cole. Okay, on my screen, I'm seeing Shelly first. Let me see. Okay, a gym membership. is a want, even though you may have gained that quarantine 15 and it may be a need right this minute. It is a want. It is a want, folks. So according to my live chat on YouTube, Shelly got the answer in first. So Shelly, choose your next question. That was for 200. Ooh, Dennis got some competition today. You guys are on it. Joel and Christy said, what I want. Ozella, girl, get those Twitter fingers ready. These people type fast. See, I have to put some of these responses up. Let me give you the board back so you can see. It's so funny. Okay, so see, Micah, what shows up on your screen? For the live, for who answered last. Well, who answered first with the most recent question? It's a lot of responses. You're going to have to scroll. On mine, it shows Shelly. Dennis, who does it show for you?
Rochelle Smith.
Okay, on our screen, on both of our lives, is showing Dennis. So Dennis, maybe that's how you can help. Maybe you can be the one to choose who was first. I think that's what we actually agreed to. Dennis, who did you say was first for the wants versus needs on 200? But he said he was first on his screen. And Chi-Chi's saying she's first on her screen. I'm telling you, y'all, see, it's just going to, so there's no right answer because it's just going to show the person's response. We're going to get to the bottom of this and we're going to keep moving forward and do the best we can. But I'm glad that you guys can all see my problem. Same for 300, coming right up, Shelly. Insurance, house, car, life, etc. Is it a want or a need? Let's dive into this gray area, shall we? Oh, Tanisha said we all winners. Oh, thank you, Tanisha.
Somebody losing.
Too funny. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of responses. I'll go ahead and show it. It is a need. Now, Josh touched on one. Actually, I'm not gonna bring it up yet because I don't want to give away another question on the board. But insurance. Technically, you should have home insurance, car insurance, life insurance. But my suggestion to you is do your research because what I found is that a lot of times your coverage overlaps. And so you could be paying for something twice without really knowing. And so like in our case, when we went to rent a car, we realized that we had free car insurance through our credit card that we used. And as long as we paid for the car with that credit card, we didn't have to pay for the insurance. Another hack, feel free to throw some hacks up for these questions. Another life hack is to use Costco. If you never knew, Costco has a travel website. And you can book a car on CostcoTravel.com or whatever the website is, and they will give you a second driver for free. That's it. As long as you have a Costco membership, you can book a car. So look for these hacks, guys. Sorry, let's see who got that answer. Who got that answer according to you, Micah? Oh, I see Cole first this time. Do you see Cole first at 1:58 p.m.? Sorry, don't pay attention to the time. Oh, I see. Bree said Cole was first.
Yeah, I see Cole first.
Woo! Cole, you finally made it through, girl. Woo! Okay, so let me add Cole. And that was for, oh, y'all gonna see all my little reminders come up. I called Capital One, so you gotta stay on these guys. Cole got that for 300. So look how the points, almost for 3,000, not Andre. Okay, so Cole, I have the board back up. Feel free to choose. Yes, D. You get into that Costco travel. Go, Co. I'm reading you guys' comments. Hey, Megan. I know you're busy. Don't worry. We're glad to see your face anyway. Well, virtually. See your name. I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure Co is going to go for a big one. And here she is, wants versus needs for 400. Shopping trip to the mall. This is so easy. It's just going to be a matter of who types it in the quickest. That's it. I'll wait for it to load. Okay, it's showing live. Woo, you guys are fast. It's coming in. Okay, so final answer is, what is a want? Guys, we can even call this a shopping trip to the virtual mall. Get off of Amazon. And I'm speaking to myself when I say that. We don't need all this stuff. It's a want. Okay, figure out how you can spend less and save more. That's the goal for today. Tanisha. Okay, so Asia is saying Tanisha was the first to respond. Thank you, Asia. Let's see what we got. Let's scroll up. Yep, I'm seeing Tanisha. Tanisha, you got it. I'm loving this spread, this point spread. Tanisha got 400 and can choose. Let me get the main Jeopardy. Dennis, how am I doing? Are you proud of me, y'all? Micah?
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm so not computer savvy. Okay, so next question is up. Josh, it's okay. Okay, Budget and D, hilarious. Let me tell you, you guys, some of y'all need to be comedians. She is hilarious. Get off, girl. You know I'm on that Amazon. I need to get off. It's very intense. I'm trying to give it a little time in between each question. Okay, same category. So let me see. 500. Okay, so here we go. Wants versus needs for 500. This is another gray area. Touchy. If you watch Josh's video, let me know in the comments, because he just spoke about this in one of his latest videos. And I'll wait for Asia to respond, because I forgot Asia's a moderator anyway. That just works out so perfect. See how you set yourself up for success without really knowing it? You know, I gotta just talk. I made Asia a moderator a month ago and forgot. And you guys can all qualify to be moderators and have your name turn blue also by just commenting a lot. The more you come to the Money Mondays and comment, so I'm pretty sure like Co, Shelly, Bree, all you guys will turn blue probably next Monday. Okay, so who do we have first, Asia? Oh, Co got it first. All right, Co. It is a need. What did Co say? Did Co say need? So I'm just going to give this to whoever responded first, because this is a gray area. I've read a couple different articles. Feel free to chime in the chat, Josh, and let me know what you think. No, but I put need just to be controversial. But technically it is a want. That is the correct answer. I just wanted to be Tanisha said, let me just make comments. I just wanted to be play devil's advocate for a minute, because the reason why, I don't want to speak too much on it. Hopefully you'll watch Josh's video, but the reason why extended warranties are technically a want and not a need is because you can buy the product and walk out the door with it. You don't have to buy that warranty to get it out the door. And that's what makes it a want. So Co gets it for 500. Watch Josh's video, guys. It's really informative. So Co, you are now up to 800, girlfriend. Ooh, it is sketchy today. What did Dennis say? Y'all was pre-typing and hitting enter as soon as the question came up. Y'all ain't slick.
What's the question?
I'm not mad at that technique. Oh, you guys are just hitting it. Thank you. It's the truth. It is so true. Yes, the answer is want. I just wanted to start some stuff. Keep the conversation lively. Because for me, it hit home for me because I was the person that bought every warranty. Every time. I'm just like, they're like, hey, you need this. And I'm like, okay, I got it. I want it. Look at Micah. That's him with the clearing of the throat. But anyway, Cole, let me know which one you want next. Is it showing on the board for you? Okay, I got the board showing. So you guys cleared the board already. You guys, all right, we'll do 2 more questions because I think we'll be ready for Final Jeopardy. That'll give you guys time to catch up to Cole and Tanisha. That is so good that you guys know how to say no. That is so good. I'm working on that. My first life hack is just to not go in a store and not to buy anything. That's how I stop buying warranties. The only time I buy a warranty, I notice still, is for an Apple product, Apple Care. And that's because we break stuff. We tend to break or drown every single Apple product that comes in this house. And that's why. That's the only reason. Okay, so she's choosing, is it in your budget for 200? So here we go. You can't type this one fast. Watch how the responses slow down now, Micah. Your budget is $1,000 and you purchased something for $108.50. How much will you have left?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always have a story for every question. I'll share after the responses. Veronica says warranty for appliances are good. See, I think certain stuff, like if you know how to navigate, then but you say Apple Care's our number 1 now. Oh, you guys are good. Look at the math coming in. What is hundreds? Tanisha, hilarious. And home insurance. See, this is why you have to talk about this. A lot of times we're just overlapping coverages. All right. Let me stay focused. Let me see. Okay, so do I have enough responses out there? I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on the screen. What is $891.50? Let's see who got it first. You guys are funny. Let's see. First response. Oh, I'm seeing budgeting D. Let me know, Asia. I see D first. Yes, budgeting D. You got it, girl. So you choose our final question before Final Jeopardy. So let me give you your points. Hold on. Oh, I know that's right. This is a nice spread out game. Let me get the main screen back on for you. We'll do one more question. And so the reason I put that question on the board is because how many times have you paid for something? Like say you bought something that costs $49. Well, no, we got to make it a little less. It costs $42 and some change, right? And you hand them a $50 bill. What are the chances that they give you the correct change back every time? I've caught it twice where they low-key tried to quarterback sneak me and they gave me a 5 or they gave me just a bunch of ones without the $5 bill and they shorted me on my change. And what they do is they'll cover the receipt with the money. And so, that's what you care about. Okay, there goes my change. And you just stuff it in your purse and walk away. Next time, stand there and count it. Hold up that line. I'm sorry, y'all. It's little stuff like that that eats at my soul because there's people who middleman and they take that and pocket that change. That's your money. Get your coin. Okay, budgeting D. Let's see what question she chose. Do not leave until you count your money. I cannot tell you how many times I even have been overpaid. And so guess what? If you are on camera and you walk out the store and they can show proof that you knew that you took extra money out of that store, you can catch a charge. You can catch a charge. Life ain't that serious. And that's happened to me too. I've gotten back, I think it was supposed to be a $10 bill, and instead she handed me a 20, and she had her little sign on her chest that said new, give me time, first day employee or something like that. And she made a mistake and shorted her she gave me too much money. Guys, it's not worth it. Honesty is the best policy. Oh, she been told me to answer. Budget for 500. Now, it's going to be just a little bit difficult. Just a little. I'll wait for it to show. Okay. The positive difference between purchase price and selling price of a stock. Ooh, if Roxanne was here, she would know the answer. Let's see how much you guys are into the investing game. Hilarious. The positive difference between purchase price and selling price of a stock. And we give out points every round. I don't know if you've noticed that common theme, but if nobody says the right answer, then we're going to find the best right answer. And that person who gave the best right answer first is going to get the points. Just so we know. I haven't even looked at this responses yet. Cole said, what is crickets? Tanisha, you know this. Okay, are you guys done responding? I'm going to show the answer. Nobody got it. I'm waiting for it to show live. What is I need to pick a new option? What is capital gain? So I will go with profit in the correct format. So I will scroll back up. Asia, let me know who answered profit, which is the next best answer. Let me see. I feel like on my screen it was showing Dennis as the first one, but let me know, Asia, if I'm right. What does it show on yours? Does it show Dennis first for you?
I gotta find it. What is crickets? Profits from Chi-Chi?
We're looking for the first. What is profit?
Is here Dennis?
Asia just responded, Dennis. She said she's not going to say who got it first. Okay, so that was Dennis. Well, thank you guys for playing this regular rounds of Jeopardy. It is now time for Final Jeopardy, right, Micah?
I'm sure.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to the screen. Let me stop sharing.
You gonna type it in?
Yeah, I'm going to type it in so you guys know. That's Dennis. DV Deluxe is Dennis. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do? Save it. Shucks. Okay. Oh, I can still see it. Shoot. Okay, so Dennis then came back. I'll show you guys the final score. Let me bring it back on the screen real quick so you guys can see how Dennis just came back. He had 100 points and he answered one question right since then and came on back. But he's still not in the lead. Cole still has the lead. So let me see. Let me wait for it to.
So you can throw your wagers up.
Go ahead and throw your wagers up. I wanted you guys to have your money. So
the topic is U.S. currency.
Oh, you gotta come on screen. You can't be talking to us blind, babe.
The topic is the topic is U.S. currency.
Hello.
Aloha.
Okay, so the topic is people are so funny in the comments. The topic is U.S. currency, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the question if you want to.
I'm going to type this in, yeah. Which the red? Okay.
It's actually a real Jeopardy question from Final Jeopardy.
Oh, we are so official.
From 2019.
So they have to name the person.
Yep.
It's a person, y'all. Let me see. I wish Sheena was on. Some of y'all gonna laugh. Micah doesn't even know what he did. I can't even finish typing it. Okay, let me hurry up. Good thing I'm a fast typer. Get those wagers up.
I didn't have my money quote for the day either. I
can
look one up real quick.
Yeah, look one up real quick. But Josh gave us one about training a man to fish instead of just feeding them fish.
And he said kind of the one that I said last week too about when the water goes out.
Is that how I knew that line? I was like, that sounds familiar. Yeah, Josh dropped some gems on us today.
Some major keys.
This is so funny. Okay, I'm giving it 10 seconds. Look at this. Don't say nothing. All right.
Just answer.
Oh, right there in red. Okay. Yep. Alrighty, guys. I am ready to post the question. I'm going to put it in the chat first and then put it on the screen. So what you guys want to do is look at your chat right now, because in 5 seconds, I'm dropping it. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a little delay. Okay. Let's see if my comment is showing. My comment should be showing in the comments. I'm not blocking you, D. You're good for business. Why would I do that? You good for the conversation. Okay, so what you guys are naming as a person. And it's so funny that Bree, who had no idea what our question would be, already named the person in the comments, but it's not the correct answer. It's not, so that doesn't count. But make sure you answer in the correct format. In 1929, Alexander Hamilton became the new face of the $10 bill, replacing this foe of his legacy, who got moved to another denomination. Giving it time. I'm looking up at your wagers. Okay, so let me see who's first. Tanisha wagered 200. Dennis wagered 200. Look at that, D. You cannot bet that. Wait. D, you can only max out your thing. So tell me what you want to wager. You could only do a max of 200. I won't put the response up till I get the one from D. D, tell me how much of your 200 you wager in. She said if the person ain't referenced in Hamilton on Broadway, I bet $1. Hilarious. Bree, you cannot wager 10,000. That's why it's so funny, because what's funny is, fun fact, Micah did not watch Hamilton. And he just randomly came up with, that's why I love that he comes up with the final Jeopardy question, because he's so out of touch with like the
ouch. I don't know where you're going with
how
this.
Can I clean this up?
Ouch.
He's so out of touch with like the day-to-day, like, oh, this is what's trending and this is the latest. Imagine if D said she offended. But like he's never been that type. Like, oh, I gotta know what's the latest movie, what's the latest this, what's the latest that. He's always beat to the beat of his own drum. Okay, so D, I ain't never get your answer. So anyway, I'm just gonna throw up on the screen who got it correct first. Ta-da! Don't say it yet, because it still ain't showing. Go got it. Go. Who is A. Burr? Girl, I was talking about your wager. I needed your wager. But also the thing that we don't do is we don't take away points if you're wrong. The reason for the wager is to put up in case you get it right and you get it first. So Co got it first and she got it right and she wagered 100 points. So let me give you your 100 points, Co. I know that's right. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Okay, and that's our round of Jeopardy for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Had so much fun. You're gonna like the questions the questions are gonna be even better next week if you like the ones today. Oh, but Mike is gonna give us our quote for today, y'all.
Okay, so for today's quote, I was looking for a good money quote, and I found like this site that had money quote for rappers, and I remember one of my favorite quotes. Because they had like floss a little, invest up in a mutual fund. which anybody who knows Busta Rhymes from Dangerous, the line seems out of place, not in the song. But my favorite money quote that I couldn't find online, so I'm gonna have to try to go off the dome, was from Jay-Z, and now it just totally left out of my mind.
Don't you hate that?
I can't help the poor if I'm one of them, so I got rich and gave back. To me, that's the win-win.
I have no idea.
So it's pretty much saying like
you can't help people when you're down in the same
if you're in the same situation, you can't help. So he was like, I first I got money, and what she does, you see him giving a lot of charity to people who need like lawyers and stuff like that. He got rich first, focused on getting rich first, then he can give back. But if we're both broke, we can't do anything to help each other.
You can help me, but I can't help you because I'm unemployed. But go ahead.
Next line of the song was, what do you say?
Anybody else know Busta Rhymes lines?
No, this was Jay-Z.
It's Jay-Z. You said Busta.
No, that was the plus little invest up in the.
Oh, you haven't told us that yet. You said Busta, so that was really a Jay-Z reference. Sorry.
Jay-Z left. He said, so next time you see the homie and his rims spin, remember my mind is working just like them. The rims, that is. So his head's spinning. He's always thinking. You gotta get deep. You gotta think. Okay. Anyway, it was one of my favorite quotes. The first part was about money, and the second part I think ties into that first part about always keeping your wheels spinning, keep your mind working on how you can make more money. I guess diversify yourself.
And that is it. Mic drop. That's the point I want y'all to take away from today. Thank y'all for spending the last 1 hour and 22 minutes with us. I'm overwhelmed by the love and support, and I appreciate it because this is a topic that's near and dear to my soul. Money and getting out of debt. Let's win together. Let's get out of debt and live our best lives. I'll see y'all in the next Money Monday. Peace.
Aloha.
Thank you, Dennis, for your help again in the background. We out of here.